Sometimes the simplest things are the most powerful. And today, we're going to take one super common word, gift, and by peeling back its layers, we're going to find a technique that can seriously level up your communication skills. Ready? Let's dive in.
So, really, how much can one simple word actually teach us? I know what you might be thinking. It's just a basic word. But trust me, you'd be surprised. By the end of this, you'll see just how much depth is hiding in the words we use every day, and how understanding them can make a huge difference in how well you get your point across.
All right, let's kick things off with our word for the day. So, the word is gift. Yeah, I know, it seems incredibly simple, right? But we're about to unpack what it really means and explore all its different flavors. You're going to see why these little details are absolutely everything when it comes to communicating with real impact.
Okay, so what is a gift really? Let's get right to the heart of the idea.
Let's start with the textbook definition. A gift is a noun. It's something given freely from one person to another with zero expectation of payment. And that right there is the key. It's given with no strings attached. And this sentence just captures that feeling perfectly, doesn't it? Radhika could not wait to open her gift. You can always feel that little buzz of excitement, that anticipation. That's the emotion at the very core of getting something special.
Okay, so we've got the main idea down. Now for the fun part. Let's see how this word kind of shape-shifts depending on the situation by looking at its synonyms. This is where we can add some real precision and color to our language.
So check this out. A present, a donation, and a bonus. They're all technically gifts, but the vibe, the context is totally different. Let's start with the one we're all most familiar with, present. Honestly, for the most part, you can swap gift and present and nobody would blink an eye. They're practically twins. This example has that same awesome personal feeling. It's full of excitement and warmth, just like the word gift.
Now, what about a donation? See, it's still a gift, but here the whole focus shifts. We move away from that personal one-on-one exchange and into something bigger, supporting a community or a cause.
This sentence just hits the nail on the head. You probably wouldn't give your best friend a donation for their birthday, right? That would be weird. This word is really reserved for that feeling of generosity toward a bigger group, all about supporting the community.
Okay, so we've covered personal gifts and community gifts. But what about at work? Well, that's where our next word comes in, bonus.
And I mean, come on, who doesn't love this sentence? A bonus is that extra something, usually money, that you get as a reward for doing a great job. It's a gift that basically says, hey, you went the extra mile and we noticed. It's all about that professional recognition.
So we know what a gift is, but sometimes the best way to really understand a concept is to look at what it isn't. So let's flip this whole thing around and look at the opposites.
And this is where it gets crystal clear. Think about it. A gift is something positive you get, but a penalty or a fine, well, that's something you're forced to give away because you did something wrong. The entire dynamic, the whole flow of the action is completely reversed.
So we just took one little word and looked at it from a bunch of different angles. Its meaning, its different flavors, even its opposite. But here's the real secret. This whole process isn't just about the word gift. It's about a method for becoming a better communicator. And that all comes down to the power of practice.
The most important thing to take away from all this isn't just the definition of gift. It's the repeatable method we just used. This is a tool you can apply to any word to consistently build up your communication skills. And that method is a super simple but really powerful cycle. First, you learn a word and its context, just like we did. Second, you actually practice using it so it becomes part of your toolkit. And you do that over and over and boom, you get a little bit better every single day.
And that's where the real growth happens. So I'll leave you with a little challenge. What word are you going to break down and practice today? Thanks for diving in with me.